Welcome to the Jeff Crilley Show.
Welcome back to the Jeff Crilley Show. I think one of the things that is special about DFW is we're such a giving community. I really, we think about what's going on in the Gulf right now and just wallets open and hearts open to help people in need. My next segment is about North Texas Giving Day. And my guests are Carol Pierce Golia. Did I pronounce that?
You did.
Okay. And Susan Swan-Smith. They're both with the Communities Foundation of Texas. Welcome to the Jeff Crilley Show.
Thank you. It's nice to be here.
Well, it just occurred to me, I've thought North Texas Giving Day has always been around, like decades and decades. It's really only 9 years old?
It started in 2009 with 342 nonprofits and $4 million, and it's just grown exponentially in the 8 years since then.
Wow. Well, so Carol, tell us, what is North Texas Giving Day?
North Texas Giving Day is an online event at northtexasgivingday.org. It's an annual event that we've put on since 2009, and you go online and give to one of the 2,900 nonprofits that are participating. They're all local here in North Texas, and the idea is to all give together on one day to any cause and show the country how much North Texas and this sector means to us.
I think it's cool. I was just on your website, and you can go on there and just almost start shopping. Like it'll list causes and efforts. And so for the person who's never visited the site before, kind of navigate it for us. What they come on, and then they choose a nonprofit?
Yes. On the homepage, starting September 7th, we're actually doing it early this year. September 14th from 6 a.m. to midnight is the day. But starting September 7th at 8 a.m., there will be a form right there that they can type in a name and just give right there on the homepage. Or on the right-hand rail of the page, you can search by category. There's 20 different categories. You can search for animals or arts or social services or domestic violence, veterans, really any category. And you can find nonprofits in your cause that you care about. You can also do searches by city and county, so you can find nonprofits close to your home. And we actually have an amazing story of a donor who gave 236 gifts because they were passionate about animal rescue. And they went in, and there were 230-something nonprofits that were doing animal rescue, and this couple wanted to give to every single one.
Really?
Yes.
Is there a box you can check to say give to all of them?
I know, there should
It's
be.
almost that easy. You do have to pick each one,
Okay.
but you only have to put your name and credit card information in once, and it'll do it all for you very easily, very
Very cool.
efficiently.
Well, let's talk about how successful it's been, because since it started, 9 years ago, it's really taken off, hasn't it?
It has. Last year, $37 million was raised for 2,500 nonprofits
That's amazing.
from about 143,000 gifts. It has just grown at a rate of anywhere between 20 and 30% a year. So we're just excited to see where we end up this year.
Tell me a story of a nonprofit that says, gosh, thank goodness for North Texas Giving Day, because we got X amount and, we've been off the radar screen. Do you have a favorite story?
Which one? Where do you want to start?
I know. I'm thinking about
Because it occurs to me, like, everybody knows United Way. Everybody knows
Yeah.
the big ones, the Salvation Armies.
right.
But North Texas Giving Day allows the person to stumble on a,
Yeah.
on a
They
nonprofit.
are. And, Friends of Mansfield Library, I'm just thinking about them. They were saying, without your program, we wouldn't have funded the entire summer reading program that
Wow.
they had.
That's cool.
And, different animal rescue. I remember when Denton Animal Shelter was raising money to build a whole new facility, and they were able to open a whole new facility from what they raised on North Texas Giving Day.
That's amazing.
Veterans of North Texas told us they could do their fundraising for the year in one day and spend their time focusing on providing services to veterans instead.
Wow.
I
I want to give a shout out to some of your partners, because on the website you've got some big name partners, don't you?
We've got some great
sponsors,
partners.
yeah.
Yes. Hunt, a really neat program. The Hunt Consolidated, they do employee giving, and their employees, actually the men and women of Hunt, their employee giving campaign, they give a large portion of the bonus funds directly from that group of employees all working together.
That's awesome.
Giving Day started as a cooperative effort between a number of foundations in town. The Dallas Foundation has partnered with the Communities Foundation of Texas since the beginning. The Meadows Foundation, the Reese Jones Foundation, and over in Fort Worth, the Sid Richardson Foundation and the Amon Carter Foundation have been partners for several years, and the North Texas Community Foundation. So we are grateful to them and to a number of companies and individuals who make smaller gifts.
Wow.
And there are fun things like Kendra Scott this year is doing a necklace, the Emerald Elisa, a green for North Texas Giving Day. And the proceeds are going to that. And Charming Charlie's is doing some proceeds events for their jewelry on September 7th.
And while the event is virtual, as Carol said, online, we actually do have physical locations. For the last couple of years, we've partnered with North Park Center and have performances midday there, and several of the retail stores, shops in the center do projects with us and publicize the day and actually provide volunteers.
And when you come to the website, does the dashboard allow you to see how your nonprofit is doing?
Yes, actually, it does. There are leaderboards, and they are really addicting. We find that people go back all throughout the day to see how the different nonprofits are doing. You can see on the leaderboard there's an overall, and then we have them divided by size of nonprofits, large, medium, and small. And then schools have their own leaderboard, and then there's leaderboards for the different counties. And then there's also a leaderboard. We have raised bonus and prize funds, about $1 million to spread across all the nonprofits participating. So every dollar given up to $10,000 will have a small portion of that. But then there's also matching funds that about 370 nonprofits have raised their own dollar for dollar matching. And so that is a new thing this year that you can see exactly nonprofits. You can search for those who have their extra dollar for dollar match, and you can give to them. And then you'll see as that matching is available.
What was the inspiration for North Texas Giving Day? Was there another community around the country that was doing it?
There was one other Giving Day before ours, but we were trying actually to build a database of nonprofit information, and we thought North Texas Giving Day might be a way to inspire nonprofits to participate in it. You know, back in 2009, the internet had been around, but it wasn't used in the same way it is now. Now there are a number of places you can go, GuideStar, Charity Navigator, to learn a lot about nonprofits. So really, Giving Day, the opportunity for people to give to all these nonprofits, which had started out as being a sideline, became the core of what we were doing. And we feel very fortunate, very privileged that we were able to tap into that spirit of North Texas, that spirit of giving, and give people an opportunity to come together on a single day. We are very proud of being able to facilitate that connection of the donors with the nonprofits.
I think that is so cool. For those who don't know about Communities Foundation of Texas, can you give us a little background?
Well, Communities Foundation of Texas has been around since 1953. We started actually as the trust fund for the community chest. There really was a community chest. It's not just a square on the Monopoly board. As a community foundation, we both raise money and give money away. Our job, we see it as enhancing the experience and impact of giving for people throughout North Texas. We want to serve as a hub for philanthropy and be the preeminent charitable expert in the area. We're here for families, for individuals, corporations, foundations, to help guide you in your giving and being as strategic as possible.
So people have funds with us, and we work with families and individuals and businesses to guide their giving and set up service days for companies and guide where they give back as a business or as a family. We can do legacy planning or get families to work together. And so when we originally set up the database for North Texas Giving Day, it was to create this really rich research tool so that people could know how to give wisely here locally. And getting the nonprofits into the database, it was an incentive to create a Giving Day, and the Giving Day has just taken off as well.
That's cool. So company, if my company wants to give back and I'm drawn to homelessness or something like that, I would come to you guys and you guys would help guide my philanthropy?
We can do it in a number of ways. If you know what your cause is that you're interested in, but you don't know what nonprofits are particularly effective or working in the space, we've got broad-based knowledge on that, so we can help guide you. You know, some people want to give to brand new organizations. They're just starting up. They have a very entrepreneurial bent. Some want to give to well-established organizations that have been around for a long time with a long track record. So we can help guide you in that way. We can also, as Carol mentioned, if you want to give time as well as dollars, help you or your employees or your family members actually spend time working with a nonprofit.
Right. And of course, you guys have an outstanding reputation in North Texas and very, very credible. Do you guys vet the nonprofits that you work with?
Yes.
Tell us
Yes.
about that.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we actually have a whole philanthropy team, and their job is to know the nonprofit sector really, really well. And because we are grant makers ourselves, as well as helping others, we do a lot of research. We make it our business to know a lot about the nonprofits, the ones that we support, the ones that we recommend to our fund holders to support.
And if a nonprofit is doing something shady, they're out. I mean, is that kind of how it works?
Yeah, that's kind of how it works.
Well, that's good. It's comforting
It is
to
good.
the
Yeah.
people who trust you with their funds. you know?
Yes, yeah, we recheck their IRS status every 6 months or more frequently
Yes.
even.
Yes, and we know even if somebody is in good standing with the IRS, there could be other things to know. So we make it our business to know that about the key nonprofits.
I think that's so important because there's so many. I mean, these days the internet is the wild, wild west, and anybody can say they're doing anything and put up a website, and the next thing you know, they're taking people's money. And so I'm glad that you guys are there, kind of making sure that the good guys win.
Well, we take that responsibility very seriously. We take donor intent very seriously. We want to help our fund holders carry out their philanthropic missions.
That's awesome. Okay, back to North Texas Giving Day. When do the polls open, so to speak?
Yes, September 7th is when early giving starts at 8 a.m., and that'll be open from 8 a.m. on September 7th to midnight on September 13th. And then we start processing those scheduled gifts. There's a little bit of downtime, and then we reopen for live when the leaderboards will go live at 6 a.m. on September 14th. That's a Thursday. And we've seen that weekday giving is really good because people are at their desks.
That's awesome.
Yes, so northtexasgivingday.org is where you go to schedule or make those gifts.
And they come on and they fill out their credit card information, or is that
Yes.
large? Okay.
Yes, you just easily put your name and put the nonprofits in and your credit card and hit submit.
Okay, let's get the websites one more time, both North Texas Giving Day and the Communities Foundation.
Yes, Communities Foundation is cftexas.org, and you can see all the services we give to individuals, families, and businesses. And then northtexasgivingday.org is for North Texas Giving Day.
Awesome. Well, thank you both for being on the show.
It's
Thank
a pleasure.
you.
Thank you.